Other than your regular question and answers which you have in your textbook, objectives, you can also get a question for distinguish between. Distinguish between means show the difference. फर्क दिखाइए दो चीज़ों में. Okay, so how many ever points you can get, the more points you can get, the better. Sometimes we don't have enough points, you can always add examples, so that acts as an extra point. Okay, so the first distinguish that I'm going to take in the chapter of development is renewable sources and non-renewable sources. Now, why have we taken this in the chapter of development? The country can be more developed the more resources it has. Your resources, of course, will include soil, forest, things that you have already done in your geography lessons. Other than that, human beings can also be a very good human resource because they form labor. Now, in this, what do we mean by renewable resources and non-renewable resources? The ones which are renewable can be replenished. Replenished, that means we can get it again, while those with are non-renewable cannot be replenished. You cannot get it again. Once it is over, you cannot get it again. Second point of difference here, the renewable sources, they do not get exhausted. Exhausted means finished. They don't finish totally. This year, the rain was slightly less. You might feel that the water has finished in the lake. But next year, again there will be rainfall and again we will have rain. So that means it is renewable. While non-renewable resources, they can get totally exhausted. That means it can get finished totally and we will not have any more again. Here examples we can see is groundwater. Groundwater, the level may go down, but next year when there are rains, again the ground level water can come up. Or crops. We have finished eating whatever we have grown, but we can grow it again. Plants, trees, etc. are examples of renewable resources. But crude oil, fossil fuels, coal, things like that cannot be renewed. If we use them to that extent, because they take nearly millions of years to form, and we are using it very fast, so it cannot be renewed. Here, if it is overused, we can get the resource again, while in non-renewable, in case we overuse it, we cannot get it at all. Would you like to take it down? You can pause the DVD and you can write down the points so that you have the points of distinction. Now here we have 3 points of distinction and adding the examples, it becomes 4 points of distinction. Now, I will go on to another distinguish between. Let us look at this one. Here we have economic development and human development. Okay, what is the difference between the two? HDI, when we saw Human Development Index, in that we saw that it was not only about money, not only income, it was also health, it was also education. So here when we talk about economic development, it refers to the growth of GDP or the gross domestic product to the increase of population in country. That means when the country, the population increases, the GDP also increases, we feel okay, it's a good growth rate. While over here in human development, it refers to the development process which includes monetary and non-monetary aspects. Monetary is related to money. पैसों की दृष्टि से और जो पैसों की दृष्टि से नहीं, यानी आपका शिक्षण, आपका हेल्थ, तो वो भी इसमें हम गिनती करते हैं in human development. Here, in economic development, this is a tool to achieve human development. Tool यानी मात्र जरिया. So that we can become developed as human beings. Money is only a method, that means economically if you are developed, it becomes easier for you to develop yourself. If you have money, you can educate yourself, you can eat good food, you can be healthy, and that way, this is only a method of going towards human development. While human development is the final goal. हमारा final जो ध्येय है, लक्ष्य है, वो है human development, not only economic development. This includes only quantitative growth. Quantity, that means which can be counted or which can be measured. While here we talk about quantitative and qualitative growth in human development. जब हम कहते हैं बहुत अच्छे से develop हो रहा है, it is not only कद से ऊंचा हो रहा है, वो तो नापा जा सकता है, लेकिन उसका शिक्षण भी वो उसमें भी बढ़िया कर रहा है, उसकी हेल्थ भी अच्छी है, तो बाकी भी जो हम शायद गिनती नहीं कर सकते, मेजर नहीं कर सकते, उसमें भी हम उसको इम्पोर्टेंस देते हैं इन ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट. और यहाँ पे इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट यू आर ओनली टॉकिंग अबाउट मनी. So that is the main difference. Again, if you would like to take down the points, please take down the points. Here we have 3 points. So I've prepared a third distinguish between for you. That means the difference between developed countries and developing countries. You know, India is known as a developing country. Now the developed countries, they have more average income, high per capita income and better standard of living. दैट मीन्स उनका जीवन स्तर जो है वो ज़्यादा अच्छा रहता है, बेहतर रहता है, उनका इनकम यानी आमदनी अच्छी रहती है. ऑन द अदर हैंड डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज़, दीज कंट्रीज़ हैव लोअर एवरेज इनकम, लेस per capita income and not very good standard of living. We are not saying terrible standard of living because we are not talking about underdeveloped country. We are talking about a developing country which is on its way to becoming developed. Second point of difference is here people enjoy luxuries, while in developing countries people first seek basic needs. Basic needs यानी उनको जो गरज है जैसे कि food, clothing and shelter. फिर बाद में हम कंफर्ट और लग्जरी के बारे में सोच सकते हैं इन अ डेवलपिंग कंट्री. और यहाँ पे काफ़ी उनके पास लग्जरियस आइटम्स रहते हैं जैसे कि कार, एयर कंडीशनर, बड़े बड़े घर. सो दे विल हैव मोर लग्जरीज. People in developed countries avail of public facilities. Avail means make use of. जो सुविधाएं मिली हैं उनको तो वो सभी के लिए होती है, सभी उसका इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, उसको एंजॉय कर सकते हैं. And in developing countries, people are deprived of public facilities. Deprived यानी उससे वो वंचित रह जाते हैं, उनको वो facilities या सुविधाएं नहीं उपलब्ध होती है. Literacy rate is high. Literacy means साक्षरता. लोग पढ़े लिखे रहते हैं, टर्शरी सेक्टर में ज़्यादा रहते हैं. So literacy rate is high here, while in developing countries you will find literacy rate is lower. Look at the next point of distinction. Life expectancy is more. Now life expectancy is your life span. आप कितने उम्र तक जिएंगे? Japan has the highest life expectancy in the world. You find people who are 102 years old. It's the kind of lifestyle they have, the standard of living they have, the food, the health facilities. So that's why their life expectancy is more. In countries which are developing, you'll find that the life expectancy is less. Now, if you want to add one extra point, as I told you, you can always put examples. Examples of developed countries will be the United States of America, United Kingdom, Australia, France, Germany, and you can add whichever more you want. Examples of developing countries which are on the way to development are India, China, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and again you can add some more countries. So again, I'm telling you, just pause and you can take down the entire distinguish between in your notebook.